Hello and welcome to today's episode about a possible firmware bug in the MixPre Mark II firmware version 7.10. We found out that in certain circumstances the device will probably restart, but only if you use the touch panel or the touch screen directly. I installed the firmware a couple of weeks ago, end of July, I think it was when it was released. And normally I use the Korg Nano Control Studio, the miniature control surface. And with that, I never experienced that error. Normally I have a MixPre-10 Mark II working for different recordings. And recently I got myself a MixPre-3 Mark II as well, on which I did not use the control surface. And the error appears when you turn off a channel. And when that channel is turned off, you are still able to alter certain parameters like the low cut filter. And as soon as you do that, or you try to do that, and use the headphone knob, it's freezing, and eventually the device restarts. Or if you're out of luck, the device will not restart, but you have to disconnect it from power. Even the power off button does not really seem to work anymore. I will quickly show you that. For this, I will turn up the device. Here we are. Should maybe connect some power to it. That's it. Turn on the device. Should be able to see it. Yeah, correct. Okay, this is it. Normally a normal operation. I will as well connect the control surface, the Korg Nano Control Studio, which works pretty okay. See, it's connecting it. Need some time. And now I'm selecting the first channel. There you can see the first channel is selected. When I switch to the input screen, you see that the input is off. I go back. You see that the low cut menu is grayed out, so you can't change it, which makes sense because the whole channel is powered off. One funny side note: as soon as I select the second channel, which is also turned off in my example, the soloing is still on channel 1. You saw? When I selected the channel, I use the input knob press channel view plus solo, which means as soon as I go to select the channel is being soloed. And when I change to the second channel, which is also turned off, it's still soloing the first channel. And when I go to the third channel, it starts soloing the third channel because this one is not turned off. But as soon as I go back, it's still soloing the third channel, which is a little bit strange, no? Okay, so now let's show the error. As soon as I disconnect the Korg Nano Control Studio, I haven't tested it with other control surfaces. I go back to the channel, select mode, and now you see the low cut menu is not grayed out anymore. And I can press it to change the low cut filter. I use the headphone knob for this. I turn it, but doesn't show any effect on the screen. Now I press it, still no effect. But as soon as I try to select the second screen, it's somehow frozen. Can't change anything anymore. Doesn't do anything. So try to turn off the device. Turned off. Can you see that? It's turned off. still working. So I really have to power it off and power it on again, which is not really the desired behavior. Turning on the device again will eventually start up the device. Going back to the channel, trying this again. Now you see I didn't press the headphone up, went to the second channel, to the second screen, and it looks a little bit strange because there's no name, no channel name on top of that menu. And when I try to go back and forth, it will eventually restart. Or maybe not. Just freezing, huh? Great. So same procedure as before. Now putting on some batteries. Booting up again. I'm still on my power bank, as you can see in the upper right corner, plus my batteries on the back. If I toggle this, you see it's turning to batteries. Go back to my power bank. Try this again. And now, oh, it's restarting. Excellent. Second thing is, when I do a recording, channel 3 is armed. Go back to channel 1. Hopla. Go back to my low cut. Go back and forth. It will maybe restart or not at all. And I can't actually stop the recording, but it's actually not recording anymore. It's frozen. So you really have to restart the whole device. Turn it off again. You can see that. It's turned off. Plugging off the power from the power bank. And it's gone. Even that I have batteries on it. That is strange. Okay, so the same behavior occurs on the MixPre-10 II. I can show you if I stop my recording, because I'm now currently recording on the MixPre-10 II. And yeah, but it's the same behavior. This actually occurs on version 7.10. Hopefully sound devices will get that fixed. And yeah, we'll see. Apart from that, device working great. I'm quite happy with that. And yeah, see you on the next episode. Thanks.